Hi, it's Bob Buter with Comprehensive Yoga Therapy at Yoga Life Institute. If you've been thinking about nutrition lately, I want to share with you the holistic perspective. The beauty of the Eastern thought is when every aspect of yourself is included with every decision. The Western way is to go really deep in specific categories. So when we say nutrition, the Western way would be write down what you eat. However, I like to use the Kosha model, 5 layers of the human being, and think about what am I eating? What am I consuming? What am I processing from my spirit, my intellect, new ideas, my emotions, how I feel about things and others' energies, my activity, physical activity, exercise, breath, yoga, and my nutritional intake into the form of food. Make a chart of those 5 things and see what's out of kilter. Whatever's out of kilter is going to throw the other ones off. So again, summarizing what's going on in your spiritual life, your intellectual life, emotional life, activities in terms of physical exercise and breath, and your nutritional food. Taking a deeper dive into this concept, there's a nuance. We can look at things we take in that strengthen our system. I sometimes like to use the nervous system as the measure. So if I take in certain foods and they're really good foods, but I overeat them, it suppresses my nervous system because I have to process all that food. If I eat the right amount of good, healthy foods, I'm great. I notice how it affects me. So that is your criteria when you make a list. Physical exercise is exceedingly important. It's something we actually take in because our exercise generates more energy. However, if you over exercise, you fall into that category where you strain your system, and then your nervous system, your energy, your feeling would actually be depleted. As a big exercise freak and a big activity guy, I sometimes overdo it, especially with my surfing, you see? So then it can be a counter. It can go from this tremendously good thing, if you overdo it, hold you back. So with your emotions, you want to feel things. They don't want to be repressed. Simultaneously, we don't want to be constantly obsessing on a specific emotion. Usually it'd be a negative emotion. I'm overly sad. Well, that goes from expression to more of like an obsession. And then that will eventually bring us down. So there's times to feel and times to move on. Intellectually, literally learning is really positive. There is a danger here too. That is the information age. You're able to cook dinner and watch the news. You're able to, well, quite frankly, you can hear the news as long as you want, all day long, if you have TV, if you have internet channels. And a lot of that news is sensational and it will cloud your intellect. Think about what you're taking in. Who are you listening to? If somebody is complaining, it can have an emotional effect of bringing you down, or it can have an intellectual effect where too much of this negativity needs to have a boundary. We want to be kind to others, but not if it turns into complaining. So think about it. Is this uplifting you through coming in through your intellect or bringing you down? Spiritually, that's a broader subject. For many, it has to do with our religious understandings, and many other people going into nature or doing other specific activities, reading poetry, meditating, prayer, any sort of activity that you feel takes the unknown and makes you feel part of it, makes you feel part of the larger universe. It's not necessarily an intellectual endeavor, though. That would be some of your spiritual food. Again, think of feeding yourself in all 5 areas, from the body all the way to the spirit, and that will then ensure that you are having the ultimate of healthy nutrition.